3, 2, 1. Oh my God, that's cold.
Wow.
Welcome back to You Betcha Radio Podcast, the coldest podcast in all the Midwest. I'm Miles, You Betcha guy, here with Ryan, the t-shirt guy. We are live in the Troy Escalade Jackson Memorial Podcast studio, and we are presented by the one, the only Ice Mountain.
Whoop, whoop.
And we're live and we're back.
Sans Tyler. Is that that's the right word?
Sands?
Again, he'll be back next week is what I am hearing.
Yeah, next week he'll be back.
Jesus.
But the boys, the squad is here again. The Three Musketeers.
We've been having some bangerangs the last week.
Some what?
Some bangerangs.
Bangerangs? Is that what we're calling it?
It's my
now?
new word now.
Okay.
Okay, I'll roll with it.
Couple bangy wings.
Welcome to
That was too much.
welcome to the Bangerang pod here.
Everyone just turned their radio off after you said that.
Yep. All viewership gone.
Yeah, please stay on the road. Stay on the road.
We're feeling good. Me and Ryan are riding the high. We were at WeFest in Minnesota last week.
Yeah.
Not to brag, got to go on stage, shotgun a beer. Not to brag, I beat Ernest.
You did?
Sadly, we didn't have enough time to get him on the pod, but maybe another day.
Yeah. Yeah, I oddly just stumbled my way onto the WeFest scene last week, so it was sweet.
Yeah, Ryan finally got to do something with us.
Yeah, and it was fucking awesome,
He
dude.
finally got to go on a road trip, 1 hour
Yep.
to DL
Yep.
to go to WeFest.
Let the house cat outside.
Yep,
You guys are living a movie when you travel.
I know. It's about time someone recognizes
Yeah.
the fact that I'm even here today. Last Thursday is when we were gone.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4 days later, I'm finally getting back to zero.
Yeah.
You guys
I mean,
were
everyone's talking about Christopher Nolan and Steven Spielberg. It's like, what about the You Betcha squad
Just
and the movies they're putting together?
absolute movies, cinematic masterpieces.
Yep.
When we go out.
CMs. Great time,
So
though.
great to see them. It's a great time. We had our fair share of vices, and it's good.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably a one of one experience for me. So got that done on to my next
Yeah, you're not
movie.
getting invited to anything else ever again.
I wasn't. I felt like I was pretty good. I was pretty good.
Yeah.
I didn't get too off the rails.
We
with
gave the
anything.
old Tennessee boys a little taste of the Midwest lake life, which was nice. Boated around a little bit,
Yeah, they loved it.
floated around a little bit.
Yeah. You're like, this is going to be epic. You just cruise around with the pontoon.
Yeah, like don't go over 4 miles an hour.
Yeah. And we saw an eagle flying over the lake, and they were
They couldn't believe
amazed.
it. They
Really?
couldn't believe it.
Yeah. Yeah. Went down, swooped down, grabbed a fish out of the lake. They could not believe it.
Started the national anthem
Yep.
Nice.
right then and there. Bald eagle.
Yeah. As one does.
We wanted to catch a fish and do like the video on the internet where the guy throws it up in the air and the bald eagle comes and snatches it out of the air.
Yeah.
Didn't have time though.
No time.
Otherwise we could have.
Did have the rods though. We just didn't have time.
Just didn't have time to be able to pull that off.
Yeah. No
No.
walleye chop either.
Yeah.
There wasn't.
It
Quite
was
literally.
calm, yeah.
Quite literally. How do you know about walleye chop, by the way?
Because Miles kept saying it one day.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's an actual thing. So
Yeah, I know.
good
It's
for you
just
guys.
A
Yeah.
lot of walleye chop coming in off the lake.
Nice.
There was a little walleye chop this weekend too. Sit inside with your blinky type of lake day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Chilly Willy.
No
out.
need to be fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, we're going to do another episode of questions from the patrons. So again, if you want to get in on asking questions, go to patreon.com/youbetcharadio, submit your question, and just maybe the man behind the glass, Juice,
Mm-hmm.
Juicy Jared.
Yep.
Just
Juicy
might
J.
select your question. Also, bonus points if you can come up with a clever name for your account.
Yeah.
name. So why don't we get them rolling, Jared?
All right. So the theme this week is like back to school, school topics.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
So Mike Hunt asks,
That's a classic.
Great name.
Yep.
what was the hardest first day of school fit that you guys had in middle school?
Oh God.
Let's fucking go, dude. That's a phenomenal question.
I think probably my best I think my best first day of school outfit for sure involved a pair of Etnies,
Mm-hmm.
the skateboarding shoe.
Yeah.
They were white. They had the black logo with a red trim on them. They were looking fresh.
So just on the topic of Etnies, if you were like sleeping at your buddy's back then or something, you forgot a pillow or you didn't have a pillow there, you could just sleep on one of your Etnies and you would sleep like a baby.
Yeah.
Sleep on
The
the
tongues of
Fat
the
tongues.
the tongues are so thick and they got to be so comfortable. Anyway,
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
yeah,
It's a
Michael.
Great fit.
Yeah, Mike Lindell. They could put Mike Lindell out of business. The My Pillow with Etnie tongues.
Yeah.
Like the new, just like, hey, I just need to take a nap on the side of the road.
Mm-hmm. Just call it my Etnies.
Yeah, fucking one of these. Anyway,
Couldn't agree more. What about you, Ryan? What was your fit?
God, what grade was this? 6th grade. I did this thing in 6th grade. I was a huge Carmelo Anthony fan, and I had every Carmelo Anthony jersey from all stages of life: Oak Hill all the way to the Denver Nuggets, all the way to the USA number 8 jersey.
No Syracuse jersey?
No, everything in between.
Oh, gotcha, gotcha.
Yep. So I had these white high tops. I was on these for like a year or two. They're white high tops from J.C. Penney's, but I don't know the brand because I don't know what brand of shoes J.C. Penney's would hold.
It was probably Stefan Marbury.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, the Starberries or something like
Starburys,
that.
or the
Mhm.
maybe there were maybe Shaquille O'Neal was strictly Walmart, but it could have been Shaq high tops.
Yeah, could have been
Diesels.
Shaquille's.
Yeah.
So I had these white JCPenney high tops on with I just circulated the Carmelo jerseys through for the first 5 days of school.
Nice.
So it was Carmelo jersey, high tops, and probably some khaki shorts.
Just
with
when Thursday he showed up and they were like, "No way, you got an there's no way he's got one for Friday."
Friday,
And boom, Friday shows up in the USA jersey. Mind's blown. Talk of
Monday,
the school.
Tuesday, Wednesday, repeat back to Thursday. Yeah, I mean, no one could compare.
And they could do like the home and away version of each jersey.
Yep, correct. I did have some LeBron jerseys too. I'd mix those in, like, so I didn't revolve the Carmelos all the way back around.
Yeah, throw a curveball.
Yeah, and
Pun
then
intended.
back then, the plaid shorts were a big thing.
Oh yeah.
Plaid shorts with the those belts with the 2 loops that you would like,
The
you know.
hanging little
Yeah. Oh
canvas.
yeah. And if you don't think that my belt was hanging below my Carmelo jersey, you're
Oh,
wrong.
Yeah.
It was. So that was the middle school fit that I remember. It was fuego.
Do you still have the jerseys?
Yeah, they're at home.
You should bring them in.
Yep, I will. I'll wear the Oak Hill one next weekend or next week.
Next weekend.
Next
Just on his own.
Yeah.
He doesn't even send us a photo.
He's like, I promise I wore it.
What about you, Jared?
So I was like a big Nike kid. I always had Nike everything. And I always think like if I was younger, I would have been a huge Oregon Ducks fan. You
Yeah.
remember like when Nike did all like the lime green
Oh
shit?
God, yeah.
Yep. That was sick.
So I feel like that's what I would have like evolved into. if was
I mean,
younger.
Objectively though, when they were like competing for the national championship, like in the late 2000s.
Yep,
Marcus
early
Mariota
times.
age.
Yep.
No, a little earlier than that.
Like Dennis Dixon.
Oh
There's a-
yes.
Yeah.
I might have caught a little of the Duck fever. I was quite the spectacle.
Mm-hmm.
I remember in the national championship game, didn't they have like they had the helmets with the orange middle of the face mask for the duck bill?
Yep.
That's sick.
It was sweet.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good setup.
They always had the sickest unis.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm kind of glad that I kind of missed that phase. Or else I would just like
You'd
look
been
at-
lime green everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look like a
Yeah, you'd
highlighter.
be working construction right now. You'd be like, boss, already got the fit. Oregon Ducks.
Yeah, it's like up to my belly. It's like a belly shirt.
Yeah.
Here's a question for you guys. What is the latest stage in life that maybe is 5 years ago or further that you could still fit into the clothes that you wore?
Hmm.
Dude.
I don't know if I could. Yeah, I mean, you could still wear your jersey from 6th grade, Ryan.
Yeah. Big time.
It'd be a little
Uh,
snug for me.
Like high school or what?
Yeah, high school.
Yeah.
I think probably early high school as well. Because I was 125 pounds for like 4 years straight. And that started like 4th grade all the way to like 8th grade.
Jesus.
So 9th grade is, I think, when I surpassed the 125 and probably had to size up to a large.
Nice.
You're a big 4th grader.
Massive 4th grader.
Stocky, meaty.
Yeah.
Just meaty.
They didn't even put me on the O-line either. They put me in the backfield.
Fullback?
Running back. Tailback is what we like to call it back then.
With the 3-back.
The 3-back, yeah.
Run the wishbone.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, probably 9th grade.
Guys, we are in the dog days of summer.
Oh.
It's hot out there. It's humid. You got to make sure that you're hydrating in between those beers. And that's what I'm doing today.
Ice cold Ice Mountain.
Ice cold Ice Mountain. I'm going to need a new bottle. I'm down to the bottom here.
Yeah.
Started it this morning. Been going to the bathroom like a racehorse. I don't know what that bit is,
I
but
don't either.
I don't get it. We'll have to Google it.
Yeah.
But you got to stay hydrated out there. It's also like concert festival season. A lot of dehydration there. After a long night of drinking, you got to wake up the next day, even the night of, before you go to bed. Pound an Ice Mountain. Next day, pound an Ice Mountain, and it'll get you back to where you need to be.
Pour some over your head. Cool down a bit.
Oh God, yeah. Maybe pour some on a cool rag. Put that on your neck.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
There's
always a
always
good
one
look.
kid in baseball who always did that. And there was always the one kid in baseball who'd take the Ice Mountain and pour it in his cap.
Yeah.
And then put it on his head.
I did that.
Yeah, I knew you did.
Worked every time.
Yeah. Cool you off on a hot summer day.
Mm-hmm.
And
When you're riding the bench.
yeah, if you guys want to get wet this summer, cool wet, gotta go get some Ice Mountain. We got everything you need. Hydration, wetness, coolness.
Joe the Potato asks, fuck, marry, kill. Pottery class, gym class, history class.
Ugh. I have some scar tissue built up about art class and pottery class. I'm definitely gonna marry gym class. Well, what sucked is I liked art class, but because I got kicked off the potter's wheel in pottery class, which is an art, I'm gonna have to kill it. I'm gonna have to kill art class. Mostly because Mrs. Luther still to this day is on my shit list. The only reason why I took pottery 2. I had to go through all the way pottery 1 just so I could do the potter's wheel. And I still to this day have never used a potter's wheel.
We should do that for your birthday one year. We should just have
Get me a potter's wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get a bunch of them. Or we can just go to a place in town, bring you over there.
Yeah.
It's like going to culinary school and never being able to cook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically what I did for a whole year. Just sat there on the other side of the room and just watch everyone smile and giggle while they were rubbing all the clay on that wheel.
Was it same teacher for pottery too?
Oh, yeah.
And
she just did all the arts.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to kill art class and I'll fuck history.
Yeah.
I like history a little bit.
Just like, yeah, but every once in a while I like history. Because I feel like for me, history and gym are interchangeable. I could either marry
Same
one
teacher.
and F the other.
Yeah.
Same teacher, yeah.
So I'm probably going to have to, mine are the exact same. I wish I could have had something different, but I'm killing art class. There's something about art teachers. I'm not sure quite what it is.
They're
Yeah.
so artsy.
Well, they're so artsy, but
They have a screw loose, just one.
thank you.
Yeah.
That's the exact verbiage I was looking for.
That's because they all used to do drugs and smoke so much weed.
Okay.
And protest
That's
war.
she was because kids were all. I feel like I've said this on this podcast, but kids are always trying to make bongs out of stuff and disguise them as other things.
Nice.
And because she's smoked a lot of weed in her day, she could sniff those babies out
Quite literally.
quite literally, and she would just smash them. If she found,
Really?
Wow.
well, I mean, it's just drug paraphernalia. Like, of course, you had to.
Just say it's a Vaz.
Yeah, say it's for my brother. It's for my older brother. It's for Christmas.
And like kids were, then it became a challenge of like, can I try and make one? I never did this again. I was never on the potter's wheel, but
Obviously.
kids were always trying to disguise it.
Well, now the designs they have with bongs these days is crazy. I mean, you could make like that prosthetic leg over there. You could make something like that out of clay and just like put a bowl on one end and a tube on the other and just make a bong out of that.
Not that you would know how.
No. I just had heard in art class when kids were
Well, your
sculpting.
college buddies.
My college buddies. Art class in college was a whole nother animal. I don't know what, because drug paraphernalia, I think, was probably encouraged in college art class. So
You think.
they're like, hey, I gotta go to art class. I'm like, what the fuck? What kind of drugs are you doing over there?
Saturday at 8 p.m. You gotta go to art class.
Dude, we're supposed to be going out. Fuck, art class. Sorry. Can't miss this one either. What do you mean? You skip class all the time? I know, but I can't skip art class anymore. I have to go.
Big final coming up.
The final is who can blow the fattest O's.
Yeah.
I'm killing art class. I'm marrying gym class. I'm effing history class.
Now, before Jared goes, I feel like people fall into two categories. Either you love sports and hate art, or vice versa. And Jared is a big time sports guy. And so I feel like you absolutely despised art class growing up.
Yeah. I wasn't very good at art. I was really bad at coloring and like painting and all that stuff. So I never really enjoyed it because
Just the lowest brow of art form, coloring in a piece that's already done. He was bad at. And that's like my little brother. He loves sports. He couldn't stand art. He's terrible at art. Couldn't draw anything. Couldn't color either. I feel like that's pretty common. If you know any sports statistics by heart, there's not a chance you're good at art.
You're not picking up a paintbrush.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to be good at art. I also think the art teacher is going to hate you because the art teacher probably wasn't the athletic type or is super knowledgeable about sports. So they kind of just off the bat despise the people who play them.
Yeah, I think that you're a bully off the bat.
Yeah, for sure.
And then there's always the one that isn't that way. That's how you get half of the plot to American Pie. Remember the star lacrosse player wanted to be in the theater play?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's the whole basis of that.
21 Jump
part of the
Street.
show.
Sort of the same thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Same trope, as I think they would call it.
Yep. That's correct.
And it's just I think that will be a battle until the end of time. Sports people versus art people.
Yeah.
No, I would
They'll
agree.
never get along.
I think there's going to be one day too. I'll have to sit my kid down and be like, do you want to play sports or do you want to be good at art? And do you want the art teacher to like you? And that's a decision he's going to have to make on his own.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you want to play sports or do you want to be a loser?
You want to be artsy
Thank you,
fartsy,
Jared.
or do you want to be cool?
That was me.
See, I knew he hated art.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
knew he did.
yeah.
You can just tell.
Yeah.
I
The art-
appreciate it.
my
You know,
art teacher-
If you spend any time as a kid watching the show Stump the Schwab, there's not a chance you like art.
That was a great show.
I watched that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you did.
Yeah.
That's why you know all the Super Bowl winners.
Every
Yeah.
day.
My art teacher fucking hated me. I don't know. I think because I was like sports.
Yeah, I think it's a never-ending battle
Just
between sports and arts.
Just a dumb jock.
Yeah. Yep. Probably just trying to make too much paraphernalia for my older brother
And his college buddies.
and his college friends. Yeah. God.
So am I accurate? You would kill art as well?
Oh, yeah, I might as well. I'd probably marry history class and fuck Jim.
Who's Jim?
Capital G. Such an old joke.
Nice. Were you waiting for that? You were
Yeah.
waiting for that one, dude. Luckily, I didn't go down that route.
Yeah,
I said marry Jim Class.
Yeah. I backed right into that one.
Yeah, you did.
Yep.
Yeah. Evan Beck asks,
EB
what was your go-to Axe flavor in gym class?
flavor.
Can we pull the flavors up? Because I remember what the bottle looked like, but I don't remember the flavor.
I remember my flavor was blue.
Same.
I always had blue on
Same.
me.
Oh, yeah.
A little side note, I actually still use the Axe deodorant stick.
Do you?
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty good deodorant.
I tried
stick still.
other deodorant sticks and they would like stain my shirt, some of them. And Axe didn't.
Yeah, it's
so
not
I just-
ideal.
Oh God, yeah.
Nice. These might be the newer ones.
Yeah, scroll down a little bit. Yeah, I don't
really recognize these.
Can you go to like 2010 Axe
Yeah, that's a good idea.
scents? I was gonna say flavors, but that doesn't make sense.
I don't remember any of these.
I remember Rise. Like
I remember that one.
lime
Yep.
green one.
Wait, what's that one to the right of it? Down.
Fever?
No, right
Right
there.
there. Phoenix.
That's the one.
That's the one.
I had Phoenix. We used to do this thing where we would axe someone's locker and we would just take a bottle of Axe and we'd stick the nozzle in one of the locker holes and just hold the trigger for like 30 full seconds.
Why would you do that?
This is a classic prank.
Gets all over their coat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This was the worst, but great prank, innocent prank.
God.
Just doing just guys being dudes in the locker room.
You think locker rooms smell the same these days as they did back then?
I don't know. I'm guessing that sweat hasn't changed, Ryan.
Axe has though.
Axe has evolved for sure. I was a big time Phoenix guy as well.
Did you have Axe, Jared, or were
Mm-hmm.
you a body tag type of guy?
No, always Axe. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Wasn't that Rob Dyrdek's spray was body tag?
I just remember it wasn't there a
Type
bod?
in body tag Rob Dyrdek. Body tag.
Tag.
Yep, tag body spray by Rob Dyrdek.
I don't know that one.
What an unbelievable thing he was doing.
No, I never had that one either.
Looks like Ludacris was also in on tag body spray.
Yeah.
Jared, can you type in bod? Bod spray or whatever.
I want your bod.
Bod spray for men, yeah. So if it wasn't Axe, it was bod for me.
I remember they
Really?
asked for bod.
Yeah.
That looks like a car.
Yeah, it looks like you're
Something
gonna
you clean your rims with.
Yeah, or your windows. Looks like a Windex bottle, but the shit smelled good. And the commercials were fire.
Yeah, it was like a chick saying, I want your bod.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yep. You remember those?
You guys are such horny.
I mean,
Middle
we were in
schoolers.
fucking 6th through 8th grade.
Not me, I wasn't.
Gage Fisher asks, best things to do in study hall besides actually doing schoolwork?
So we used to just go to the computer lab, draw the shades, and play video games on the computer
It's a good
during
one.
study hall.
In study hall. I'm trying to think. I think we had study hall in the library. And again, I think the library teacher, the librarian doubled as the art teacher. Again,
Shit list.
just had it out for me. I don't know why. I couldn't even whisper to my buddies.
Yeah.
But if I was lucky, I would find the very back table to where we could fuck off a little bit. And back then it was like, that was early days of cell phones, right? So we maybe had like 2 or 3 games on them and we were just sitting rip cell phone games.
You know what was the weirdest feeling during study hall in high school? Was when like you actually completed a worksheet.
You actually studied?
Like let's say there's 200 days of school, we'll just say, right? And you had a study hall every single one of those days. I maybe did work for 20 out of the 200 study hall days. It was actually, I spent most of my time trying to look like I was doing work during study hall, that I was doing work. If I just would have taken that effort and put it into doing schoolwork, I would have been a straight A student.
That almost averages out to like 1 assignment a month from study
Yeah.
hall.
Yeah,
10% of the
one
time.
worksheet a month.
Yeah. And when you did the worksheet, like fully by yourself,
Yeah.
like no help from the friends. Hey, you know, what'd you get on number 5 or whatever? When you fully did it yourself and you completed it from start to finish was like,
Well,
that was a huge,
that was like 2 out of 200. To
massive,
actually sit there by yourself, focus up, and do something, not a chance.
massive accomplishment when you did.
But if
though.
you did a full worksheet, that it was probably due at the next class.
Yeah.
Right after
Oh,
study
yeah.
hall.
and then you had to focus up. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're scrambling.
Well,
Yeah.
and you did have to, if you were going to borrow your buddy's worksheet to copy off of him, you had to at least throw him a bone once in a while. Like you had to do the
Yeah.
worksheet and get it to him.
Yeah, for sure.
Even if he was giving you 50 worksheets to your 10, the 10 buys you those other 40.
I would agree.
Yeah. It's a 5-to-1 ratio.
Because
Yeah.
there's always that one buddy too who just he doesn't care how many worksheets you copy off of him, and nor does he expect any back. He's just like, yeah, man, here you go.
Mm-hmm. The smartest kid.
And those are the best type of middle schoolers. They
Also,
just don't care.
there's no way that worksheets are actually an effective way to learn.
no, hell no.
Yeah,
It's busy work.
correct. Because it's word for word. But I think it also it makes you read over the chapter more than you actually would.
Yeah.
Because you have to
But you
find
don't
the
read it. You just look for that one answer.
Yeah, you're not
Yeah.
learning it. You're just looking for a word.
Well, I think they probably think you're learning it by reading it, but there's no
Mhm.
shot.
Yeah. I don't think you're actually learning the material. You're just kind of memorizing.
Yeah, the best.
And I'm gonna be honest, if I went back and had to do high school again, I would do even less.
It's so easy.
Make friends
Like,
with the smartest kid.
I would get way worse grades on purpose. It turns out that grades do not matter. Where you go to college, the only time where you go to college matters is if you're like going to Harvard or some crazy school like that.
Yeah, Ivy League.
If you're going to some middle of the road state school
Like Jamestown.
like Jamestown,
We're private.
Oh, yeah.
Our tuition was expensive. So
oh God. Yeah, that was money well spent, Ryan. What'd you get your degree in?
Business ethics.
yeah, I was gonna throw something else out there. Business administration, marketing and management emphasis, and computer science.
Oh, okay. I guess that works for you.
So a double. I went for 5 years. I was gonna do
You
something.
think with that type of major, you think I'd have to teach you less stuff here at You Betcha, but
about what?
business.
I mean, as long as I'm doing my job, I think. But we were being taught by non-business owners, people who had never owned businesses before.
They've
probably
read
just,
books though.
Yeah, they memorize.
suppose.
That's the
Yeah.
same thing.
Well, and those books too, those were expensive books, so I'm assuming they had really good insight on how to run a business.
Like
So-
I just would have gotten a 2.3 GPA, high school, gone to some college that would just let me in because they needed bodies. And I just get another 2.3 GPA and have a good weekend.
Yeah. I got straight B's that called me Buzz.
I think you would have to try and get bad grades in high school even. I don't think you'd have to do a lick of homework. You just show up for the test like today in our present state, and I think you could still get C's or better.
I just feel like it'd be so
Depends.
hard to not be allowed to graduate.
Yeah, you have to really not give a fuck.
Yeah. But anyways,
Mm-hmm.
if I could go back, I wouldn't do anything. I'd be running so many schemes, selling t-shirts out of my locker.
You ever wonder what the GED's like?
No, what I would
Like-
actually do is I would make study guides from ChatGPT and then I would sell them to my friends.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
I do more hacky sack tournaments.
Yep.
$5 entry fee. Doubly limb. Feel like you get your money's worth. Meet you in the commons after school.
I would love to see like you going undercover, going back to high school. Like, see,
Clean shaven every day.
you're one strap and backpack.
Like who would end up being my buddy?
yeah.
Some pipsqueak kid.
Your little pipsqueak buddy. He's just a collector. He's just collecting all the cash for you.
Yep.
You're running shit behind the scenes, and you got a couple people out front.
Just pulling strings.
Yep. High school was so sick.
Oh my God.
Best years of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Greg Wallen asks, what was the school lunch item that always got you excited?
Big corn dog guy, corn dog day. And there was always a girl who didn't want it, so you could get an extra one for free. That was always clutch. Hey, you gonna eat that corn dog? Doesn't look like you're gonna eat that corn dog. You want to toss that my way?
Present day Miles would take that corn dog. He would, then you would go off and sell it. You'd get a free corn dog.
Yep.
Sell me this corn dog.
Sell me this corn dog.
Corn dogs were a big day. Maybe we called them Italian dunkers.
God, those were
Was that like a garlic bread thing?
It's just like a garlic cheese bread that you dipped in marinara sauce, and they call them Italian dunkers. Great branding by the kitchen staff.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Here's your garlic cheese bread with some sauce. No. That's an Italian dunker.
Yeah. Fucking Cisco really hit the nail on the head with that one.
Yeah.
Can you believe Italians eat this every day?
Nice, Jarrett.
Spam call.
I would say the meal I looked forward to the most is it's got to be the stuffed crust pizza. Because as a oh god, yeah. Wow. As like a 12, 13, 14-year-old kid, you could eat pizza for every single meal. Now, one thing I wish they would have implemented into the school lunches was chips and cheese. Because chips and cheese was the ultimate food when we were 12, 13, 14 years old. Chips and cheese and a Mountain Dew.
You guys didn't have nachos? Because we could do that a la carte. You just buy a bag of chips and they had the cups of cheese.
No. I mean, I also grew up in the projects pretty much compared to your school.
Oh my God. Because we had a wall with chip bags on it.
Yeah, we never got chip. Yeah. And you had Italian dunkers. We didn't.
I tell you what.
Same Cisco truck.
And you couldn't get a la carte until you were a certain age, right? Like you couldn't just buy stuff.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, my brother was a good kid in high school. He got B's, right? School wasn't that big of a deal. Behavior wasn't that big of a deal. The amount of fights that my parents and my little brother that would get into about how much money he was spending at lunch
really
was unbelievable. And so many times my parents would threaten that he was gonna have to bring his own cold lunch every day.
Yeah.
But then my parents would have to like prep that with him.
Yeah. Right.
So they were like, fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I want to say like he was spending like at least $100 a week.
What?
And I might have to confirm with my parents, but it was something ridiculous like that.
Even $50.
Yeah, even 50.
And I was like, I don't know how do they let you charge that much stuff? How are you accomplishing this? You only have 20 minutes to eat. How are you eating that much food in that 20 minutes? And it was a unbelievable fight over and over again. And because they had so many false threats, he just kept getting away with it.
So this was stuff you could purchase on top of your meal?
Yes.
Wow. We didn't have anything for purchase. So it's just like whatever was for lunch is what you were getting. But then we'd run to the gas station after that and we'd have like 7 minutes to get to the gas station and back.
Right.
Mountain Dew, sour gummy worms, you name it.
Roller dog.
Oh,
God.
Oh, yeah.
Some good eating.
High school cat food was the best.
No, it wasn't.
What did you have, Jared?
We had really bad food.
Really?
Yeah, so I from a
prison food?
Pretty much, yeah. Small high school.
Oof.
Best thing we had was super nachos. And that was all it was nacho cheese, tortilla chips, and just ground beef. And
not a lot of color to it.
No.
Just yeah.
And then we had like something called Mr. Rib. It was just like like the McRib for McDonald's, and like it would just be barbecue sauce on that. Like people would go crazy over it.
That sounds good.
Yeah, so wasn't it like a kind of like a Salisbury steak type deal?
Yeah.
We had that
Similar.
as well.
Yeah. Same food truck probably.
Cisco. The guy's just traveling across state.
Right. And every time we had pizza, there would always be corn with it. So it was pizza and corn.
That's such a terrible
Yes.
combo.
Some of the combo, I mean, and like the main dish items they would serve like the canned pears with just didn't, like Italian dunkers with mozzarella sauce and then canned pears. It's like, how does this fit in here? I'm not quite sure.
Just whatever they had in the cupboard.
Yeah. Whatever they had to get, whatever the Cisco truck had on discount.
We also got to start bringing back the trays that you would use.
Mhm.
And we got to have some around the office.
With the
Be kinda
partitions
nice.
in
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Whoever designed the school lunch tray was a genius.
Mm-hmm.
Everything fit in there perfectly. The main dish one always fit great. And I love how they had the circular one.
Yep.
Why couldn't you just make it square? But for whatever reason, it worked.
Yeah.
You know?
Like what food item would have been designed for that?
I don't even know. Pears.
Pears, maybe. I don't know.
You could fit one pear there.
Yeah. Also, I mean, it didn't matter. I feel like it didn't matter how much food was on the tray that you were going to stack on top of. It still stacked nice.
Oh, yeah.
You could stack those fuckers 100 high.
You know, everyone gives like, oh, whoever's the fancy designer for all the electronics and fashion world, whatever. The real good designers are the ones designing school lunch trays.
And prison trays.
Timeless.
Yeah.
They're timeless. They're functional. You could even slap a few gross puke yellow colors.
Yep.
Maybe a burnt orange. Maybe a brown. Just great color palette as well.
Yeah. What are your team colors? We'll put them on our plates.
Yeah, exactly. That was the upsell when they were selling them. Oh shit, you guys are red and white. Well, I got some red ones. We have like this speckled off color white, but that should do.
I'll cut your deal for the glossy ones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You want matte or glossy? Buy the glossy and the fucking pears are just sliding off. Hey man, we tried the glossy. We want a refund. Give us those matte ones. Pears everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, you got every kid sandpaper onto the glossy ones just to mat them out.
Mhm.
You gotta break them in first.
Yeah. Are they still using these trays to this day?
I have no idea.
Does anyone know what
They
kind of
have to
trays?
be. Why would you need to change it?
It's like changing the wheel.
Yeah. Exactly.
We gotta find
If it ain't
out.
broke, don't fix it.
Right.
Well, I'm getting hungry now. Should we take a break?
Got
Get a
some-
snack?
Italian dunkers with some fucking pears would be really good.
Oh my God. That sounds so good.
And a chocolate milk.
Oh. Yep.
That milk wasn't even that good now that I think about it.
Oh, it was good.
It wasn't even that good.
Yeah, I didn't like it either.
All right, yeah, let's take
The chocolate milk?
I don't. For
It
some
tasted
reason,
like shit. It was
yeah,
that Cisco truck that we had. It kept getting.
yeah, I don't know. For some reason, the chocolate milk always tastes like shit at our school.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's like cardboard.
Wednesdays was always chocolate milk day. We couldn't get chocolate milk except for on Wednesdays.
Really?
Dead serious.
Give you something to look forward to then.
Yeah.
Hump day.
Boost morale.
Yeah. Everyone's just on a sugar high in the next period.
Yeah. Yeah. Ugh.
All right, let's take a break.
Okay.
Guys, hunting season's right around the corner. Deer hunting, waterfowl hunting, turkey hunting, all the hunting is right around the corner. And you guys got to get prepped. Now is the time. Go browse mossberg.com. Check out what they got. You don't want to be left standing there with nothing in your hand when you're out hunting.
Right.
You're gonna need a good Mossberg shotgun.
Right. Yeah.
You're gonna look like an idiot showing up to the hunt with no gun.
Right. And then get a Mossberg, go to the shooting range, get some practice in before the hunt.
Absolutely. You don't want to show up looking like an idiot, not shot in your new Mossberg, getting it dialed in a little bit. Not that it needs dialing in. It's pretty much straight out of the box, dead eye. But
Yeah.
you got to get that thing ready to go. That thing's ready to go. But you might not be. So get yourself right by going to mossberg.com, getting ready for hunting season. Now's the time. It's always every single year. It's like, I'm going to get a new gun this year. And then you forget until hunting season. And then you're like, got to use the same old shitty one that's not a Mossberg.
Right.
And this is your remembrance right here. Remember to get a new shotgun this year. Go to mossberg.com so you can have a good hunting season. Jared,
Miles?
you ever been thirsty before?
I have actually, yeah.
Have you ever had your electrolytes depleted from some sort of behavior?
It happens every now and again.
Every now and again.
Yeah.
And thank God for that every now and again time. You can go to holiday gas stations right now and you buy 2 Gatorades, you get 1 free.
Oh, really?
Now, I don't know about you, but that is a 33% discount on electrolytes.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Did I do that? Well, 33.3333 repeating percent discount on electrolytes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Gatorade.
Oh, the old Gatorade. So naturally, we called it Gatorade. If you want to be aided, much like the Gators of the 70s, I don't know,
60s, yeah.
60s, 70s, those guys were hydrated.
That's why they won the Gator Bowl.
Yeah, that's how they got it. And Holiday's got all your hydration and Gatorade needs.
Mm-hmm.
So look for the neon blue light.
Can't miss
Don't
it.
pass gas. Turn on into Holiday gas station. Get yourself buy 2, get 1 free, and just stay electrolyted up.
Mm-hmm.
Light it up. Electrolyte it up with Gatorade at Holiday gas stations. All right, Ryan. You ready to keep it rolling or what?
Let's get her going again.
What do you got for us, Jared?
Montana Torb asks,
Montana?
do you remember a teacher getting mad at a student? For example, one time our shop teacher found kids welding chairs together. He got so mad he cracked the wooden door from slamming it.
I remember there's a vivid memory in elementary school. We were just fucking off. And my teacher slammed her hand on the metal desk she had so hard. It was so loud, freaked everyone. It sounded like, I don't know. It was so loud. And all I could think about now is her hand had to have been throbbing
Oh, yeah, 100%.
for 3 periods after that.
Deep down, she was like, oh, God.
As soon as we left for recess, she was like, fuck. Icing her hand on an ice cold Diet Coke in the teacher's lounge.
God, I wanted to get into the teacher's lounge so bad.
Yeah.
I'd always catch a glimpse.
Yeah. Yeah. You see the fucking art teacher sparking up in the teacher's lounge. You're like, I knew it the whole time.
I feel like somebody was always reading the paper in the teacher's lounge.
Yep.
That too. Yep. Yeah. A couple times I caught the art teacher smoking out of my paraphernalia that I was making
Yeah,
in the teacher's lounge.
That's why I got confiscated.
Yeah, I know.
So something that happened at our school that would be terrible now. I mean, looking back on it, this is a terrible prank that my buddies did.
My buddies.
No, it wasn't me actually.
I got you.
Okay.
It was actually really bad. But they did this prank where they got it cleared with the principal actually beforehand, which is kind of lame and try hard if you're gonna do a prank. We had one teacher who had this stuffed duck. Basically, he was a hunter, and he's a duck hunter, all that stuff.
Oh,
And
like a mount.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, mount. And it was a bit between him and his buddy that wasn't a teacher. They would steal their stuff from each other. And so the buddy was, I don't know how he knew some of the kids at the school and told them they should steal it from him and give it to him so that he can, and then he's got his buddy's thing. Well, my buddies decided to put on masks. I think that one of them had the old president's mask,
Oh yeah. The purge masks.
Yeah, I think they all wore those. And they just in the middle of the dude's class just sprinted in and stole the duck and ran out. And this teacher lost his mind. He thought it was some burglar or some guy trying to, and just lost his shit. And those kids got suspended, even though they got
That's bullshit.
they got it cleared with the principal.
That's bullshit.
Absolute disaster. Well, they never cleared the masks. So the problem was the masks because they didn't realize they didn't clear the masks, which heightened the situation.
Yeah.
But
Oh man.
yeah, absolute disaster for them.
Teach thought Bill Clinton was coming in his wood duck mount.
I mean, in today's world, that would have been really bad.
That's making the news in today's world.
Exactly.
It's making the news because that teacher's probably going to tackle those kids and I don't know, fucking.
They did secure the duck though, I'm pretty sure.
So
Got it from him.
Okay.
So I remember him losing his shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the principal probably backtracked on that too.
Wow, I don't know if I did I?
Yeah. No, you did. We're doing the right thing and suspending these kids. I don't know why they would pull that.
He comes in, you approve this? Prove what? These kids came in with masks. I did not approve the mask. That's where I draw the line.
I thought this was a stuffed duck, not a wood duck mount.
Right. Yeah. I wouldn't have proved it anyway.
I remember one kid jumped off the balcony. It was only like one story, so nothing. But he landed directly on his heels.
Ooh.
And there's of course some kids taking a video of him and on our flip phones, like the so pixelated. And he's just standing there and he jumps down, and then you just see a video of him landing, going to his hands and knees and just crawling off a frame.
Oh.
And apparently when he dropped down, there was a teacher standing right there. Immediately in trouble. The best part about the video though is he's standing on the railing, like looking down, and some girl in the background just goes, "Just do it already."
There was always that one girl who didn't give a fuck about anything. No. Just do it already.
Yeah.
Eating Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
Yeah. God, that's funny. Good thing it was wearing Heelys. That would hurt bad.
God, his shins had to have hurt for a month.
Still hurting.
Yeah.
Did you ever have a pair of Heelys?
No, I didn't. Buddy did though. Super jealous.
I know.
They'll make a comeback.
I remember though, he had to hand in his wheels when he got to school. Because they would wheelie it down the hallway, and teachers couldn't have that. So he had to hand in the wheels.
Yeah, they'd probably mark the linoleum up.
Yeah.
You guys ever have a contraption with it's a big wooden dowel, big wooden stick with a tennis ball on the end, and the janitor would go around and just like
black sole shoes you can't wear in the gym.
Yeah, he would start buffing out scuffs. God, that's so satisfying.
Mm-hmm.
Best job in the world.
Moment I remember getting in trouble. It wasn't, well, I guess it was me specifically. Me and two buddies, we must have just been fucking off in gym class. And mind you, my gym class teacher was the best teacher of all time. But we would try and like push him a little as far as we possibly could without him blowing up. Well, one day, naturally, we pushed him past the limit. So the wrestling room was connected to the gym. So after class, he's like, you guys come with me and my two buddies. So we walk in there and he's giving us an earful. And at that age, when something like that's happening and you and your buddies look at each other, it's all downhill from there.
Giggling.
So one of my buddies starts laughing while he's just wringing his neck verbally. And he grabbed my buddy by the shirt, lifted him up onto so we had the wrestling mats were rolled up and they were stacked too high. Basically, I'll say put him onto the wrestling mats and continued to lay into his ear.
Whoa.
So I've never seen someone shit their pants in real life, but at that point, I think my buddy shit his pants.
Got smelly.
Weird odor.
Yeah, weird odor. I'm like,
it wasn't the wrestling mats.
I was like, Teach.
And it wasn't Axe Body.
You want me to get the axe out of the locker room? It stinks in
That would be
here.
funny. You just go up to your buddy, spray him in the ass.
Yeah.
You shit your pants, man. You totally wutzed out.
You need some Phoenix.
We always used to do that though. We always used to just push them as far as we could without going over the edge. And sometimes it just sometimes you were on a fucking heater and you just keep going.
Yeah, they're hungover from the night before.
Yeah.
The teacher's just like, I'm not having it.
Yeah.
I always remember the worst was when a teacher would get to their wit's end and it wouldn't be a blow up. It would just be like, kind of like a, guys,
yeah,
all I'm asking you to do is do your fucking worksheet. And you're just like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Now I feel bad. It's like
now
the classic, I'm not mad, I'm disappointed.
Boom.
And
they don't pay me enough.
they don't pay me enough. Looking back on it now, they don't get paid enough. They're outside their life, probably shitty.
Yeah.
And it's just like, they got to deal with us all day long. And it's just please. I'm trying not to wring my own neck here.
Yeah. They still have the last 3 tests to grade
Yeah.
from the fucking last semester.
Yeah. That was always the sad one.
The student teacher quit, so they have to grade the papers.
Yeah. Yeah. Student teachers are the best though, because they'd help you out with anything.
Yeah.
They just wanted to be cool, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You could get any answer out of them that you wanted.
Yeah, they had keys to the castle.
Yep.
Sure.
They could even get in the teacher's lounge.
They could get Diet Coke.
Hey, I'll be good this period if you get me a DC from the teachers lounge.
Yeah, I remember when they transitioned the vending machines from like regular Coke and it was like all diet products.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a big thing in our school. We're like, what the fuck? Why are they doing this? When it wasn't their call, it was just like a government thing.
Yeah.
They used the pop machines where there was like 3, I don't know if it was just one big slot at the bottom, and there was like a little tiny like triangular stopper that would like fold in when you selected that item and push it out. Well, we would just stick our arm.
Oh yeah.
We would stick our arm up the thing. We like prop open the little deal, like wrap our arm around and just start hammering that thing. Dude, you remember those like fruit punch drinks? I don't remember what they were called. It's like a fruit. It was like a fruity.
There was always a kid with his arm in the vending machine.
Dude, we had open gym on Sundays. You just come in and play basketball at the middle school, whatever, and that's when we would rip the vending machine off.
Yeah.
I never did
There was
it, but my
always
buddies
kids
did
trying
it.
to game the vending machine.
Yeah,
It'd be like a kid be like, dude, if you just press 3 and 8 the same time 10 times in a row, you'll get it works 1 out of 10 times.
Yeah.
Or like, you always have the kid bring in the fake dollar bill to try and use that in the machine.
Yeah. Yeah. Fucking person just like supervising open gym. They come over and they're like, why is A3 completely gone and none of them? Why is A3 such a popular slot in this vending machine? Well, because my buddies, not me, my buddies were hammer that thing.
They got 5 blue power.
Yeah.
And then there was always one machine that was old enough that didn't have like the sensor where if you tilted it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I just have the one big kid like pull it, like lean it back a little bit and shake it.
Yeah. Yeah, we actually had one kid, a super tall, like lanky kid. He could get his arm up to the second row.
Whoa.
So once we cleared the bottom row out, it was second row time.
I remember
Bring
when they'd
fucking
there'd be a maintenance guy or something that would pop it open, whole thing open.
Oh, this is the sweetest
and
thing
it's just
ever.
like, fuck. I think that if my buddy Connor could grab the guy, I could probably fit 8 bottles of fucking Mellow Yellow in my arms. I got 2 other buddies. We can make a killing.
Yeah.
It'd be like Diet Mellow Yellow.
Yeah.
So much of it left. You have to do a double
God.
take when it's open. Like it's the holy grail right
fuck.
there.
Yeah. We had one vending machine in our entire school. That thing was people watched it.
That
very
thing was
diligently.
used and abused, is what you're
Yes.
saying.
Yes.
All right. Tim Broski asks, things teachers said were important to learn but never actually use in your adult life.
Anything, well, I mean, anything in chemistry class. Have you guys done anything with that?
It helped when I watched Breaking Bad, but that's about it.
That's about it.
It really only helps when like someone says like oxygen and I can be like, O2. I can come back with the periodic table element.
Hydrogen
That's
H.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So not really. To answer
There's
your
that.
question.
English class has like proven to quite literally become obsolete. You can just type in what you want. As long as you got a basic, you can read and write. You can just type in whatever you want to ChatGPT now and it'll spit out perfect paper for you.
Yeah. Yep.
That's become obsolete. The whole calculator thing.
Yeah.
Every math
That's what
teacher I meet, I go, you let them use calculators? And they're like, yeah, we let them use them now. I'm like, God damn it.
Yes, it's the worst thing ever. We always have calculators on us.
Yeah, you're not always gonna have a calculator on you. Yes, we do.
Yes,
God,
we do.
They got to eat crow now.
I can actually type in what I want into Google on even like a geometry question, and it'll spit out everything I need. I don't even need to know the equations.
Mm-hmm.
Always on you at all times. The one thing I think that is nice to just know off your dome, though, is like American history and stuff.
I agree.
Not having to Google that is nice.
Yeah, just off the dome.
Yeah.
Off the
As
dome.
weird as that is, because you could just Google that. But no one's impressed if you can do the quadratic formula off the top of your head.
Yeah. I guess like trying to break down like a gallon or something like that into like a gallon into quarts. So like 4 quarts is a gallon, or a cup is 8 ounces. Shit like that's useful.
Liters.
Very
Liters, yep.
Googleable.
Very
Oh.
Googleable, but off the domes, that was kind of nice.
Yeah, it saves you 10 seconds.
Yeah. I figured this out in college, but you can put notes into those TI calculators. So during some like
80085.
not like an actual notes page where you can scroll, and I mean,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
during math class, I would just basically put the review inside my calculator.
Yeah, I was never that advanced.
Why don't you just, it takes so long, though,
I would rather do that though than sit there
and learn.
and learn.
Yeah.
With your $80.
I think it's more resourceful, to be honest.
During math class, I would have the what do they call the calculators? The graphing calculator?
Texas Instruments.
Yeah, whatever it was. Texas Instruments has got a stranglehold on the calculator.
They do. Yeah.
Talk about a monopoly. I think we need to get the government on them. They have to be making money hand over fist.
Oh my God, yeah.
And maybe not
$80.
anymore. But there would always fit like 10 numbers across the whole thing. And I would see how fast I could type the same 10 number digit over and over and over again. And I was quick.
Lightning.
It was, and I remember it always started with 1352, and then I don't remember after that, but
Interesting.
it's practicing for T9 word, you know?
T9, yeah, T9 word is the best. The first day I figured out T9 word, it was revolutionary.
Mm-hmm. It's like you split an atom.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
I had that epiphany too, because I was always ABC, but then when I figured it out, I'm like, oh my God, I
Oh
unlocked.
my
Yeah.
God.
I just leveled up in life.
Right.
Yep. I just spent twice as much of my dad's money on my texting bill.
I'm gonna cook up such a big receipt.
Has Texas Instruments moved anywhere past calculators?
I don't know. I think they're a one-trick pony.
I don't know why you'd have to if you're crushing the calculator game.
Yeah, I don't know why you would.
I also didn't know that calculators were instruments.
Yeah,
So-
technically. Yeah, the Texas Instruments CEO is probably sweating on his yacht when he saw ChatGPT come.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
oh, fuck.
Here we go.
They said this day would never come.
Yeah, they tried to bribe Apple to not put a calculator app on the phone. Please, God, no. I'll give you $1 billion
Yeah.
not to.
I got $1 billion cash in my car right now.
This is gonna be the end of us. Gordon Rammy asks,
Funny every time.
Hell yeah.
"What's the best order of classes in a day?"
This is really, I'm going to have to really dig deep into my memory bank here.
So were you on 7 periods, or you were on block schedule?
No, we had 7, 8 periods
So did we.
or whatever.
Got it.
Seven,
We had
yeah.
7, yeah.
You got to go study hall. We got it to a
either
point
side.
where you could do 2 study halls in a day, like your senior year. 6
Yeah.
or 7 and 8th period study halls, great. Basically an hour and a half of doing nothing.
Yep.
I think right before that, maybe math class. Get all the shitty ones out of the day right away.
Yep.
Chemistry, English class, go morning, and then all the other stuff later in the day.
Yeah.
If you could do gym class 2, 6 period,
Oh,
study
yeah.
hall 7 and 8.
yeah.
Yep.
Oh my
Afternoon's
God.
cake.
Hey, you could take an extra long shower too.
Yeah, you could just stand there. But then you can't take too long of a shower because then your locker will get axed.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, I would go a study hall at the front of the day and a study hall at
Yep.
the end of the day, because
That's
then
a
I
good
could
move.
Same.
because I'd show up to school at like 9:30 because I had study hall first hour, and then getting math and your science done before lunch, and then after lunch having like your history, your gym, and maybe like a shop class in the afternoon was the best.
Yeah.
Especially during badminton and table tennis, that 6 week
Racket
period.
sports.
Fuck yeah. Those were the best.
That was your favorite gym activity then?
Yep.
Really?
Because I dominated at both.
Gotcha.
We got to a point where our gym teacher would try and make us do other sports, and we're like, we just want to play wiffle ball.
Yeah.
And so like for a whole semester, we only played wiffle ball every gym class.
Nice. And you probably had like the same like group of girls out in right field, just like huddled up,
Chit-chatting, gossiping. Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, there's 5 right fielders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once in a while, we'd switch it up with kickball.
Oh yeah.
But he had to have loved it because
Yeah.
it was like the easiest setup. You set up 4 bases and a bat and a ball, and you're good to go.
Yeah. Pick 2 people to pick teams, and
That is true because if you have dodgeball, you just got to pick up all the balls afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cones and shit.
yep. Yeah, you gotta worry about people getting hurt. Wiffle ball, that's fine.
I was gonna get hurt with that.
No.
Or play Foursquare for the whole semester.
Yeah. You got one more, Jared?
Turd Ferguson asks, what are things that should have been?
Turd Ferguson.
What movie is that from?
It's from SNL, ain't it?
Yeah, it's Celebrity Jeopardy skit.
yeah.
Oh,
I
and Norm
believe.
Macdonald.
Yeah, and Will Ferrell is Alex
Trebek,
Trebek.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Turd Ferguson.
What are things that should have been taught in school to help you become an adult?
Taxes,
Easy.
money, what you're actually buying with college, people skills, and just finances in general, like how to buy a home, how much does buying a home cost versus renting, all that stuff. Just something so dumb you got to learn on your own. Seems weird.
More financial.
Yeah.
Financial help and then people skills.
Yeah.
Also cooking. I know there was like home ed or whatever,
Home ec.
home ec, but I think just how to cook
Yeah.
should have been.
How to throw a pizza in the oven.
When you're fucking.
All right. So some of you guys in the
All right.
next like 5-10 years are going to be fucking wasted. So
Take a beer, go pass it down.
yeah.
College cooking is what they call it. It's just
Yeah.
ramen noodles, pizza.
Yep. And fucking TV dinners.
But it'd have been sick to like know what sauces, like how to make sauces and shit. I feel like that's the thing. Once you get an adult, you can make a chicken breast.
Yeah. Big
You
time.
can make rice.
Yep.
You can make noodles. But like knowing what herbs and spices to throw in sauces to make it all
Yeah.
taste good.
The sauce can set it apart.
Exactly. You can go from basic cable dinner to a full 1,000 channel dish dinner.
Yeah.
Dish. A
Satellite.
full 1,000 satellite.
Yeah. Instead of just having some bullshit like barbecued chicken wings, you can make Parmesan garlic,
Exactly.
Caribbean jerk.
You know what? I take it back. Not cooking, just sauces. If we could have a sauces class,
It's called sauce. The art of sauce. That
yeah.
takes over art class.
And then the one semester can be actually about sauces, and then the other one is just how to just rizz people up. Charisma. You got the sauce.
Got that
you know?
sauce though.
Then you have like sauce appreciation.
Yeah, sauce 101, and then it's sizzle 201. Little sauce, a little sizzle.
Yeah. Yeah. But teach has to approve of sauce in semester 1 to get to sizzle.
Yeah, you can't be sizzling without the sauce.
No.
You
I
can't
like that.
sizzle without sauce.
I like that.
I just feel like, I have to Google a sauce every time. It'd be nice to be able to just look at my cupboard and go, oh, I'm going to do this, this, and this.
Mhm.
Bada boom, bada bang.
Make a roux.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be so great.
Sauces do. Yeah. Imagine making your own yum yum sauce.
Yep. Could have different types. Every chapter is a different type of cuisine.
Yeah.
You can make your own fire sauce from Taco Bell.
Yep.
Yeah. And then the sauce you make can be served at like school lunch that day.
Yeah. You bottle it and you can just keep it in your locker.
They
and
can
then
sell
sell
it.
it to kids.
Yeah. Then sell it. I also think there should, in college, they have it now, but like some sort of entrepreneur class. Obviously, not everyone's going to be, but not everyone's going to be a fucking doctor either. And we got to
Yeah.
learn about all that shit.
Right.
So,
Not everyone's going to be a chemist.
basic 101. This is how business works. You're going to need this. You're going to need that.
That's how you shake a hand.
Yeah.
It's like
Birdman
kiss
shit.
All right.
babies.
This week we're doing elevator pitches.
Yeah.
Or they
You
went to
quite
the
literally
hallway.
go into an elevator and you have until from the first to the
Your
fifth
final
floor.
is you actually have to get into an elevator with some business owner in the local area,
Yeah. That'd be a good one.
and then they grade you on your elevator pitch.
Yeah.
You only have one
That's sweet,
story in
actually.
your school, so it's just the quickest elevator pitch.
That makes it tougher.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sell me this pen. There should be a sell me this pen class as well.
Yeah.
And just the final is sell me this pen. Hey, will you write this down for me? And he'll say, I don't have a pen. Buy this from me.
You
Boom.
call it the art of the deal replaces our class.
There you go. Yeah.
That's
Hey,
an, that's
writes
an art
itself.
class I can get behind.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Writes itself.
It's an American art class.
Yeah, you could even mix it. You could have one semester the art of the deal, and the second semester could be about how to change a tire,
Yeah.
how to change the oil in all that stuff, and then the class is just wheeling and dealing.
Yep.
Yeah, dealing art.
Yeah,
Yeah. Quite literally. How much for that piece?
yeah.
I gotta go.
All right, is that you got any more, Jared?
I think we're good.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in to another episode of You Betcha Radio, the school edition. Walk down memory lane.
Open the yearbook.
Yeah. And thanks for tuning in, guys. Again, follow us on Patreon. We got another episode every week. Plus, then you could submit some questions as well. And we got a new one in there. What was it? The EB, what was his name again?
Yeah, what was it?
I feel like I haven't seen him before.
New name?
Yeah.
Yeah. Love seeing a good new name.
So, guys, thanks for tuning in.
Evan Beck.
Haven't heard him before. Welcome.
Yep.
Gonna need to work on your name though. It's gotta be a little funnier than Evan Beck,
Yeah.
but
We already have a giant deck. So
yeah.
Curtis E. Flush.
yeah.
Guys, may your calculators be in the garbage and your pottery not be drug paraphernalia. Cheers, Ryan.
Cheers, awesome.
Oh, you betcha, yeah.
Yeah.